Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the Adams Angle, you guys. Yeah. Man, I'm here with my beautiful wife. I am excited about this season, season 5. We're here again, honey. God has blessed us.
Yes, he has. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I know she's in the building. She's in the building now.
I'm in the house now. That's for sure.
She's definitely in here.
Definitely.
Guys, we're so excited you guys are joining us today. It's the Adams Angle. We give a practical approach to marriage and family values and things like that. This is a no judgment zone. You come in.
Nope.
You come in, you share with us, support us, but more than anything, get what God has given us to share with you.
And let's have fun.
Today. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
Okay?
Let's talk a little bit.
What is our topic for today?
All right, everybody. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Come on with it.
Today's topic is lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce. What are men and women perceiving and projecting from one another?
Wow. Honey, I'll tell you this.
We're going to let him start this time.
Well,
Take it away.
Thank you, Queen. My
Take it
goodness.
away.
Thank you, Queen.
Yes.
She's allowing me to start this time. Being lost in the sauce, we definitely as human beings, first of all, and then we have different genders. Of course, that's first we know there's male and female. But in today's society,
We're not even going there.
We're just saying. There's been something trying to get invented, but anyway, we give off different vibes. There's different things that people perceive from us that sometimes we don't want people to perceive, or people misunderstand or get misconstrued or whatever the case is.
Okay.
So lost in the sauce to me is that sometimes we give off the impression that we don't need any help.
Oh.
And somebody may perceive that you need help.
Okay.
But you didn't verbally mention that you needed help. They perceived that you needed help. Okay. So what I mean by that is, we bring it all the way home, guys. Sometimes, let's use in this case.
Okay.
You may have a strong woman, because women, y'all hold down the society. Y'all are the backbone of our civilization. I can honestly put that on the block.
Right.
Women, y'all hold the family together. Y'all keep things going, and even when things are small or a lack thereof, you guys make do.
Make a house a home.
Make a house a home. That's right. As my grandmother would say, make do, honey. Yes. She gonna make it come together. She's gonna take one bone and feed the whole family.
Come on now. You ate, didn't you?
Yo, I got 4. I got 4. They're gonna tell you what she told me it makes. But anyway.
No.
I'll leave that for another time.
No.
But it's something where a woman could come off like, I got this. I don't need a man, or I'm good over here. And then the man feels like maybe she don't need my help.
Okay.
Or whatever the case is. But she may have not said that, but her persona, the energy that she's giving off. Okay, that she's good, but she's got it all together. Men, listen to me. Be a man in your relationship. You are put in place for a purpose. God made every person for a purpose.
Okay.
God never makes something that he didn't have a purpose for. I believe that with all my whole heart.
Okay.
So here you have the man in the home, you have the woman in the home, and depending on who you talk to, the children are in the home, huh?
Okay.
All right, so woman, let that man be a man. Sometimes.
Okay. So let me interject for a second.
Sure.
And I know what you mean by that.
Yes.
But let's just expound on that a little bit. When people say, let him be a man, what exactly is it that men are looking for when that type of statement is made? What is it that lets you be a man?
Well, with anything we say let, I'm talking to grown people now. When we use the term let meaning in so many words, the word permission almost implies permission or allow.
Okay.
So if I come and say, let me get a piece of bread, that means that somehow you have some power. This is psychological. This is going deep. that will prevent me from getting the bread.
Okay.
So let the man be a man, meaning that either that man is giving power to that woman to make him feel like he can't be a man without her permission, or that she's either stronger than him in some cases.
Okay, so what does it mean to? I guess what I'm trying to say is to be a man. What does that look like? What is it? What
being a
look
man,
like?
and we always try to fight with tradition. Everybody talking about way back in the old 40 days and all that. God, he put certain things in place. Let's just be honest about it. And in the yesteryear, the folks of old, Grandma and them, they followed that pattern. Fast forward to 2023, okay, and beyond, we've got another generation here that they don't necessarily go with roles and patterns, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So when you are I'm talking to the men, when you feel like you've been threatened or pushed in a corner, now we want to holler, let me be a man. Right. Because you feel like this woman either is a threat, not a threat as into your life, but either
a threat to your manhood.
Yeah, either she has the ability to outdo you, or the power. Watch this. One more second. I told you, this is for the grown folks. Because when you say let me be a woman, I had a relationship once before, and I would go in there. My mother taught us how to clean and mop and cook and carry on.
Okay. Yes.
And this person jumped out and just really in tears, really bothered by it. You want to let me cook? I mean, I didn't say don't come in the kitchen. It's just that I didn't wait around for you to come cook the meal, or I prepared, or whatever the case is. But there are men out there. Come on, men. You sit around there waiting on your wife to come. You can't eat without her coming home or cooking, and vice versa. This marriage thing is supposed to be a partnership.
Yes.
So back to your original question, when a man hollers out, "Let me be a man," it's that he's feeling threatened in that area. And sometimes you women, y'all don't make it easy for us. Some of your women, got a lot of bossy women now. Because we live in a different world now. Women are making their own money. They're the breadwinners in the house. So they're speaking on a lot of stuff. They're making finite decisions. Okay, without consulting the man, like men did back in the day. They went out and just bought a new car, put some new rims on the car, deal with it.
Well, I believe that a relationship is a partnership.
Yes, so
it should be a partnership where. And we know that in any partnership, in any organizational setup, somebody has to have the final say.
That's why you have a chair.
Somebody has to have the final say.
You have a board, you have a chairman.
But I do believe that in the partnership, both people ought to lift each other up. Work together to come to a common ground about how you want your relationship to look. How do you want to proceed? So maybe in your relationship, it doesn't look traditional.
Right.
Maybe he stays home with the children and she goes out and makes the money.
Absolutely.
Maybe he changes the diapers most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he cleans most of the time. Whatever the case is, let it be, because that's something that the two of you decided upon together because it works for you. Not basing it upon, like you were saying before, like gender roles and things like that. Because I'm just being candid. We the Adams angle and we tell the truth here. And just being candid in our situation, okay, we pretty much on the traditional side for the most part. However, there are some non-traditional things that take place even in our marriage.
Yes, absolutely.
Because of, and it's no secret, I've shared on other episodes, that I do deal with some health issues. And so because of that, there are times, ladies, that my husband will clean. Okay? He's not allergic to cleaning. So that doesn't make him less of a man.
No.
Because there are certain things that when I do, it does cause stress to my body. Okay? And so because he doesn't want to have to deal with what the consequences of me, because don't get it twisted. I'll jump up and try to do things and that, but then I end up suffering for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm end up in the bed 2 and 3 days and all that kind of foolishness, when I could be fine and just let him do what he's gonna do to help. Because that's what you do in a partnership, where you see one person not able to do something, the other person picks up the slack. Now, you're not about to bother the kitchen because she does her thing in there, okay?
Oh, yes.
All right,
Yes,
now we just
yes,
let's just put that out there.
Right.
However, when it comes to even taking care of financial things, we both put in. We both do what needs to be done. Nobody looks to the other person like, okay, so what you gonna do? No, it needs to be done, or do you want to sit in the dark?
Come on,
or are
somebody.
you going to talk about roles? What are we doing here?
Yeah, you were talking about what's supposed to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is, in a partnership, you have to work together to make it happen. But but we're not crazy. We do know that there are certain things that get misconstrued, even in or lost in translation, or lost in the sauce, as we say.
Yep, lost in the sauce.
I may say something and that's not what I meant. You may take it in a way that that's not what was intended.
Right. It's lost in the sauce.
Or you may say something and that's not what you meant. The way I heard it is not what you meant it to be.
Or the way I process it.
Or the way, right, or the way it's processed. And a lot of that can even come from even your background, your upbringing. In my family, we may say certain things and it means this. Your family may have never even heard that saying before.
Have you heard it?
Or when y'all said it, it meant something different.
Right, absolutely.
And so when the two come together, now you're talking about a war, because you're thinking that I mean one thing, and I'm getting upset because I'm like, why you not understanding what I'm saying? Well, that's when you take a beat, slow it down, and get an understanding.
Because I think that's good, honey. I think what happens in this topic today, lost in the sauce, it comes back to communication.
Right.
We all have heard it 1,000 times, right? I always say communication isn't good communication until the person that you're communicating to process.
Okay, and understands what
I told you yesterday I don't want to eat ice cream. But what did the other person understand you to say? Did they or perceive you to say? Or they think that, she meant just today. Did she mean 5 o'clock for the rest of her life? Or you know what I mean?
Okay.
So we, like you just said earlier, a person can get it misconstrued. They can misunderstand. So oftentimes now the new thing is going around now, making people repeat back to them what is being said.
Right.
I'm going to bed tonight. What did you understand?
I understood you to say, you're about to go to bed.
That's how am I clear when I say this? Am I clear when I say that?
But see, the thing is, a lot of people don't want to take the extra time. Come on, go with me.
Oh, you going to
don't want to take the extra time to understand and process and repeat and repeat back and all that. Some people just don't want to take the time to do that. They want to, everything is now, this. You say something, you don't understand it, you jump to a conclusion.
Yeah,
okay.
That's about as far, because we live in a microwave society. We want it in a second.
So even our ability to process things, hear things, someone is trying to share something with you, hurry up and get to the point. Well, I'm getting to the point if you'll stop talking so I can get to the point.
Gotcha.
But then everybody gets frustrated because you're not allowing that person to express the way they need to express. And you're frustrated because you think you know what they're about to say. So you want them to hurry up and get to the point or get to the punchline. But then if you slow down and let them speak their piece, or even stop and repeat and say, this is what I'm understanding, you'll find out y'all talking about two totally different things.
Two totally different things.
But that comes with growth, maturity, patience. Those things you have to slow down, hear each other. If you want any relationship to work, not just a marriage, not just boyfriend, girlfriend, not just fiance, but employee, employer, friends, mother, daughter, children, father, son, any relationship, if you want it to work properly, everybody has to allow the other person to say what they mean,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to make sure that you're understanding them correctly,
Yeah.
so that everybody can move forward on the same path.
Well,
it's not going to work if we're on two different roads.
Well, you're making some real good points. And we all feel, hey guys, we all are guilty of it. It all depends on what time of day you get anybody. You get somebody on the wrong time of the day, wrong side of the bed. You get a quick snap or quick response.
You had a long day, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear
or whatever,
the
and
story,
you brush another
whatever.
person off. But like my wife just said, it's going to start with patience. Because if you have patience with the person, take the moment. If this is not a good time, let's say, honey, this is not a good time. Because I can't give you 100% me right now. So this is not a good time. Table that. Let's come back to it.
So am I understanding you to say, this is not a good time right now, but we will be able to come back to it.
We'll come back to it, pick it up later. And that will resolve a lot of issues.
And it's really as simple as that.
It is simple as that. And then sometimes in the heat of the moment, talking to us, me, and I've been the first in line. and the point is this. Almost in the same vein that a lot of people, some folks don't like to repeat themselves. I told you.
You know what? Now you know
like
you're telling the truth.
No. I told you, bring me red instead of blue.
Ooh.
If a person asks you twice, now this is something psychological. Okay, the person states what they want. I want chicken, I want wings, and then the person said, now, you ask the question, well, I want to be clear, you want wings? Like I said before. See, those are comments.
So
like I said, like I told you. Which is really, that's
sarcastic.
That's sarcastic.
Yeah.
That's confrontational.
Yes.
So you wake up something on the inside, the other person going, okay.
And the person is saying, well, I'm just trying to understand.
I'm just asking the question.
Right, I'm just asking a question. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. And really, anybody in the right state of mind at that moment shouldn't get upset when someone is trying to understand you.
Yeah. You would want them to understand.
You would think.
You would think, right?
You would think.
But here's the deal. When you get into yourself, okay, we get into our self-righteousness or our pride. Or I don't like repeating myself. I had a guy I worked with last year.
You can't repeat yourself.
You couldn't say the same word. He didn't even want to say the same words again. God forbid if he didn't get something.
Wow.
And he's not going to ask you because he don't live by that. Now what you tell me yesterday?
So now he's going to walk away with the wrong understanding
And operate
because his pride won't allow him to ask you to repeat because he doesn't like when you ask him to repeat.
Thank you.
Wow.
And there are
That's so silly.
Look, but there are a lot of people like that live among us. Okay? So what we have to do is this. We have to listen with a good ear. What we say, listen to what?
Listen to understand and not listen to speak.
And most of us are guilty of listening to speak.
Listening to speak. And maybe somebody might not know what that means. Listening to speak simply means you're listening, your ears are working, but you're listening, just waiting on your opportunity to jump in.
Oh, I'm gonna get
and have a rebuttal. Jump in and say your part. But you're not listening to understand means I'm going to listen to you with the intent to walk away with an understanding of what you're saying. Not to get my point across.
Deal with
not to so I could try to win the argument or win the debate, but so that I can understand your point of view. Because guess what? Oftentimes, what people don't understand is that both people can be saying the same thing.
Oh, have we dealt with that?
Yeah.
So you have people
just in a different way.
People, thank you for saying that. 2 plus 2 is what, class? 4. 3 plus 1 is what?
4.
Different way of doing it. Same result, same outcome. But we have to be so self-righteous and get it the way we say it.
Yeah.
And we got to have the last word.
Wow.
Because here's the deal. Okay, the baby needs a bottle. Okay. Okay. Hey, you put it this way, and the other person. Stop trying to judge and control. That's a controlling spirit.
Wow.
Want to control everything and how it's done.
Now, unless you know something, you have knowledge of something that the other person.
Knowledge. Come on.
We're not inside traders.
Okay.
Unless you know something that the other person doesn't know. So,
absolutely.
So, okay, maybe you give the baby the bottle differently than I do.
Okay.
However, I might know that if you warm it up this way, it'll boil over.
Okay. And I didn't know that.
Right.
You
So
got
when
that
I come to try to assist or give a suggestion, that's why love doesn't think ill or think wrong about the other
That's
person.
biblical, y'all. That's
Because
biblical.
everybody is not trying to control you. Sometimes some people are, but sometimes they may have knowledge of something that you may not know, or that they think you might not know.
Well, see, good point. I like how a lot of times you approach it. Hey, I learned in the book, or I read yesterday. You had to come lead in with that. Because, like you said, a person can't know something that you didn't know. You shouldn't mix water with oil.
And it is the way you approach it. If I see you doing it wrong, I'm coming down, hey, don't do that. No, wait a minute, hold on.
Well,
That does cause a person like, oh, wait.
Yeah, that throws a person off.
You know, but like you said, if your approach is more gentle, and that also comes with knowing the person that you're with, because everybody does have a different style of learning and things like that.
Right.
So that's why you have to spend time to get to know the person. But if you come in you lead in, like you say, it's better for you if I lead in with, hey, I read that you shouldn't do such and such, or
I know you've been doing this 90 years, but listen, I read an article yesterday that said such.
Right.
Really?
Or even soften up, ladies. Listen, let me tell y'all, there are some words that just get it. Started with, hey, babe.
Oh, a kind word, approach. Okay.
It's called wisdom.
Same thing with you men.
It's called wisdom.
Men, you do the same thing.
Sweetie.
Hey, hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
See, that gets the attention in a soft way without the person being on the defense.
Right.
I don't know that when you call me, you're about to tell me that I'm doing it incorrectly. I just know my lover called my name.
Y'all better get these tips.
I just know that he's calling me. So now you have my attention. And now once you have my attention in a non-confrontational manner, I'm all ears to hear what's coming next. Keep the tone. Keep it right here. Keep it level. Keep it in. Everything doesn't have to be excitable. Unless the house is burning down. But most times it's not that deep. It's not that serious. Talk to people the way you would want to be talked to.
That's absolutely true. And men and women out there that are listening to us, we're honestly saying we're talking about something practically that happened in our own marriage.
Yes.
So we know we're all human. We all bleed. Okay, if you cut anybody, blood gonna come out. Ain't gonna be no kind of oil gonna come out, and no kind of aroma gonna come out. It's gonna be blood. Okay, so we're human beings. We're all designed by God. Okay, He made us in His image. So therefore, we make mistakes. We are weak. We're strong at times. We can be supportive, and we can also tear down.
And you don't have to live in that mistake.
You don't have to live in it.
You get lost in the sauce.
Make
you don't have to stay there.
Address it. Address the elephant in the room, people. We don't want to smooth you over. Don't bring me no flowers or no chicken wing.
Like we say, sit in it long enough to understand what went wrong.
Yeah, process it. Talk about it.
And then get up, dust yourself off, talk about it.
Commit to change.
Right, and then move forward.
And when you get it right every time, you just get so you've been doing the behavior for 40 years, it's going to take a little time to turn. It's like turning a big boat, a big ship.
Right.
It takes a long to turn a big ship.
Especially the older you get.
You set it away.
The older you get.
This is how you've been doing. This is how you've been operating. And believe it or not, people have responded to the way you have been for the last 40 years. The folks that are part of your village at that point. Now you got a new village, a new understanding, a new group. Okay, they have to get into the process.
Get to know you.
Everybody know you raise your voice. The other folks village to learn it. Every time you raise your voice, you ain't trying to fight.
Right.
The person that met you yesterday, they don't know that.
Right.
What does it mean? She's screaming. What's going on? The world coming to an end?
Right.
No, that's how she talks.
Right. They ready to start recording.
What's going on? No, honey. Hello. Come on, bring it back in. Well, hey, in light of the topic today, lost in the sauce, let's make sure that we say what we mean. You want a glass of water? Ask for a glass of water.
Right.
Mean what you say.
Okay.
And to the best of your ability, try to follow through with your word.
Yes.
And if you can't do it, for whatever the reason be, Be man or woman enough to come back and address the elephant in the room and say, this is what took place. And this is why.
Yes.
People will respect you. They'll call you a man or woman of integrity. Oh, you slapped me yesterday, talked to my mama yesterday, and I see the next day you ain't even brought that part up. And you said, oh, what's the weather like?
And people need to be able to trust you. Trust your word, trust your actions, trust that you are who you present yourself to be.
Absolutely. Well, honey,
yes,
we're at the end of another show.
Wow.
I tell you, I've enjoyed myself today.
Me too.
Lost in the sauce, guys. I hope this blessed you all. Honey, let them know how to reach out to our platform, our ministry.
Okay, guys. If you want to reach us, you can email us, theadamsangle@yahoo.com.
Yes.
You can find us on social, IG and Facebook, The Adams Angle. Of course, on YouTube, The Adams Angle Podcast.
That's what it
on
is.
YouTube.
Yes. Podcast.
Yes, at the end. And also, we do want to hear from you, though. We really do. We like to hear from you guys. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're listening on Spotify, there is a place on Spotify that you can put your comments, your thoughts, and you can also just send it to us via email as well. We like the feedback. We really, really do. Also, there is a place where you can donate and support and just show us some love that way.
Oh, wow.
Okay? On Spotify. So they do have a part on there where you can actually go on and click to support. And again, as my husband always says, no gift is too small. It's not even about that. It's just about helping us to further along what we bring to you and make it bigger and better.
Hey, listen, guys, y'all heard it right here. My beautiful wife, Marissa, and I would like to thank y'all for tuning in via YouTube and on Spotify.
Yes.
I tell you, it has been a wonderful time spending with you, okay? We'll see you next time right here on
The Adams Angle. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.